Hi, everybody. Sonia Rollins for Back Talk. Our Chamber Spotlight today takes us to the Burlington Mall, where Burlington's latest and greatest restaurant has arrived. Fiorella's has been open for a few months, and we're excited to take you inside, show you not only the beautiful decor, but the great food they're serving. So I have to tell you, this is so exciting for those of us who've been in the Burlington food world for a long time, because we saw the build-out of Fiorella's. We heard the reputation it had. But talk a little bit about the history of the restaurant first.
So we have been a company since, for 24 years now.
Yes.
Ramon Carrion, the owner, opened his first location in Newton at 23 years old.
So he had a passion for food from the word go.
Correct. They just celebrated their 24th anniversary in Newton, still doing extraordinarily well. We also have a full dine-in Cucina in Concord, and then we are the third full dine-in. We also have 3 trattoria locations.
So that's very interesting. So I didn't even realize that. So you have eat-ins, and there are ones that are just strictly takeout.
There are a few tables on the inside, but it is counter service for the trattorias. And then you have the choice of taking it with you or sitting at a table and enjoying it there.
I love this restaurant, by the way, even in just its actual look. So this one looks different than the others. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Each one of our restaurants has its own personality. This location is a little bit more of an open space, large windows, very bright. We're really excited to be a part of this Burlington area. I feel like we bring something a little bit different. The renovation was
Extensive.
Yes. It took a long time, but it came out beautiful.
You know, let's talk about the food here, how it differs. You know, Burlington has a lot of restaurants, of course, a lot of them fine dining, a lot of them you can get takeout, you can get a lot of different things. What does Fiorella's offer maybe that's something different for the diner in this area?
For the Burlington location, we fit a nice little niche where we are at a lower price point than most of the fine dining restaurants in town. There are plenty of steakhouses, plenty of high-end Italian French cuisine. We are on the lower end for full dine-in, and with a beautiful restaurant, I feel like we are built for success for this area.
You know, Burlington, obviously the demographics of Burlington have a lot of businesses and a lot of restaurants, but you also chose a location that I think is quite unique in that you're in the Burlington Mall, but you're not really in the Burlington Mall, right? So it gives you 2 different diners. Speak to that. I mean, was there a philosophy of choosing a certain area within Burlington?
So this opportunity came about, and Ramon saw that it had great potential because of the fact that it is attached to the mall. However, we are not accessible from within the mall. That being the case, we have great visibility being on the corner. There is accessible parking.
Do you find that people frequent all of your restaurants, like they kind of go through all of them? Because I'm going to do that now. Yeah.
That is 100% the case.
Are the menus the same?
Menus are the same, price point is the same, and I would say the first month that we were open, probably half of the clientele that was coming through here was coming through from other restaurants to check us out for the first time. Business really expanded organically through TikTok videos, amongst other social media sites. All of a sudden, our demographic has changed to a certain extent in Los Buzz.
So you have the ability to have longer tables, and it could be tables for 2, it could be a larger party coming in to sit down, and then you have the single dining at the bar. And the bar is great because when you're coming in, that's really your focal point from the front door.
Right. And the bar is beautiful, quartzite. We have a great crew here. Bartenders are fantastic. Yeah. One of the things that we focus on here at Fiorella's is hiring nice and building a quality culture here of the front of the house and back of the house employees. Everybody gets along extraordinarily well. We really enjoy working here, and that's a huge part of who we are.
Seth, speak to that because I think it's huge. The restaurant business is not an easy business, and it is not an easy business to find workforce in, correct? So that is something that the culture really matters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hiring, especially since COVID time, has not been easy.
Yes.
We were very fortunate in opening here. We had a couple of months to kind of vet our front of the house and back of the house employees. And at the end of the day, experience does matter to a certain extent. But hiring genuinely nice people is really what's going to provide the experience to the guest.
And then talk about the menu and honestly, even your drink menu, because they're unique. I mean, it's Italian food, absolutely, but they're unique pieces. Who works on that?
So Nick Mace and the owner, Ramon Carrion, culinary influences, so to speak. We are not reinventing the wheel with our cuisine. We are a chicken parmesan restaurant, lemon chicken. We do have scallops limoncello as well. That is a little bit more on the unique side.
I had it before. Outstanding.
You have a little bit of sweet and spicy combination there.
So obviously the menu is huge and there's all these great things. But talk about the drink menu as well, because that has its own unique flavor.
Certainly does. John Gallagher is the director of operations for us, and Bridget Sanchez is a manager in Concord. However, she was a bartender when Concord's first opened, so she's been with the company for 7 years, and she has a great influence within the cocktail development program of Fiorella's, an incredible palate. She is so motivated that she will go home, create batches at home, put flavor profiles together at home, and bring them in for us to experiment with, and that is essentially the baseline of where our cocktail development starts from.
And I love talking about that because I think people just assume a bar is a bar is a bar, but that's not really the case. If you want to see some unique things, then you start to kind of bounce around and see, and you really see it at Fiorella's, don't you think?
We do really see it, and since I came into the restaurant business, the bar scene has changed quite a bit, from going from a classic martini and madras and things of that nature to fresh fruits, tea, reductions, brushes. The development of cocktails has come such a long way, and it's only developing more and more. So it's really exciting to be a part of that and to challenge our bartenders to come up with their own creations as specials, which have been wonderfully received by our clientele.
Can people actually order catering? Can they get catering from Fiorella's?
Yes, we do take out catering. We offer both half trays and full trays that will be boxed and ready to go for you. We can prepare them hot or cold. A half tray would be 5 full portions of our food. A full tray would be 10 portions.
They could also then take it home and put it into the oven, which is fantastic. They can pretend they made it.
Exactly.
Their secret's safe with us if they want to put it in a plate and say they made it. Right? But, oh, I love that. Okay, so there are options. Fantastic. And I always ask people this, what's your favorite thing on the menu?
I am a Bolognese fan, so I would have to go with the Garganelli Bolognese. Wonderful pork, beef, and veal combination.
Perfect. And tell us what you're making for us today.
This is one of our signature dishes, the lemon chicken. So we start with 7 medallions of all-natural chicken breasts. Sear it on medium to high heat in oil.
You know, no matter what is served, I think people always love good chicken dishes. Do you find that to be true?
Yeah, very true.
So while you're making that, I understand you guys also have a marinara sauce that you guys jar. People can pick it up from the restaurant directly. It's great.
Throughout Massachusetts, and we have 4 different sauces. We have our tomato basil, our marinara. We just came out the pizza sauce, since at-home pizza is so popular.
Yeah.
Then we have our Fra Diavolo, which is my favorite. There's a little extra spice.
Speaking of pizza, you have a great pizza oven here, so people can come in and get pizza here. They can take it out and they can bring it here, and they can eat it in-house, rather.
Yeah, yep. We do pizza. Flatbreads are far more popular at the Cucina concept.
Yep.
And a little bit of white wine. Oh yeah, flatbreads are very popular as a starter for most of our guests in-house.
Yep. Well, I think what's nice is people get used to the fact that they can actually come to a restaurant like this and get takeout.
Yeah, of course. All right, so we have white wine, chicken stock, our sauteed chicken, and then a similar, like a velouté base that we use. We'll let that reduce.
Talk pasta with me for a minute. I always ask people this. How long do you cook pasta for? It's the biggest question to ask a chef. What's the number?
It's always, every pasta is different.
Yes.
Every one of our kitchens is different. So timing is tough because it's it might take 7 minutes to boil water here. It might take 14 in another location.
Got it.
We just try to teach our staff what al dente is.
Yes.
And the doneness that we want it cold at. And we go from there.
Got it. Is there gluten-free pasta at Fiorella's?
Yeah, we offer a gluten-free ziti.
Great.
It's really nice. Super popular for all of our guests that are looking for a gluten-free option.
That's beautiful. So it has olives and artichokes in it. Did I see that right?
Yeah. Artichoke hearts, really tender. They cook down with the lemon juice. And then call them out of olives. And the chicken. Very simple dish, but easily one of our top 3 sellers at all locations.
We hope you enjoyed today's Chamber Spotlight as much as we enjoyed being here. If you haven't come into Fiorella's yet, I urge you to take a look. Whether you're shopping and want to come in or whether you're coming straight here for a delicious meal with friends and families, you will not be disappointed. For Chamber Spotlight, I'm Sonia Rollins.